Hi, and thanks so much for joining me. Today we are featuring New to Me, Westman Atelier. If you'd like to see that, please keep watching. My order just came in and I'm really excited. This is such beautiful packaging, even just the cardboard on the outside. I think it's really pretty. This is a shade Biscuit. I've also ordered a blush. I really like this sleek, simple packaging. And one more, we have the highlighter in Lit. Of course, swatches. Of course, this now reminds me of the Hourglass palette, so I will swatch that for you at the end if you're interested. I did spray some of the rose water on the brush first before I went into the cushion. It does give a really nice sheer finish in case you were looking for something even a little bit more sheer. And I didn't apply concealer to my face, just under the eye and then right here in the corners. So really great coverage on that foundation. Let's go in with this shade though in Biscuit. And it's a contour, so let's go under here first and you can see the color. So it's very much a cool shade. And I did add some bronzer just to my forehead. And so I just needed to bring the shade back to a more natural color. I really think I'm going to end up ordering Wheat just for my forehead though. So it builds really light dimension to my face, nothing too obvious. Really subtle. I almost wonder if I would need that other shade. I think they have Truffle now. And I think I purchased this before that, or I didn't see that option. So depending on what you want, I mean, it's visible, but subtle. We're gonna go in now with the cheek here, and I actually already played with this, and I know that if I go like this and I swipe it, it's going to lift off concealer or foundation. Actually, I haven't tried it with this foundation, but this is how I know for sure it works, is to stipple it on. So I'm going to take this and apply it with a brush. And it tends to put the color on a little bit more intensely when I use a brush. So I'm going to stipple it, and it doesn't lift off when I apply it with a brush. Really beautiful color though. I like this for a cooler, I know it doesn't look that cool, but on me it looks cooler. And you can see that you can actually see it. Really nice glow as well. I'm trying to determine if it's from particles in the blush or not, but it does give a really nice healthy look to the skin. So I'll show you right here how it looks if I tap it with my fingers. It's much less intense when I tap it on with my finger. So there is that versus this. I think with a brush it's so much better. And again, with the stippling motion, I can get in the front and then just go. It does have more of that like dewier kind of appearance. So there's the blush. And I actually read that you could use this on the eyes too. So I thought we would try that. We'll use it as an eye color. I have no primer on. Just want to see what this would look like. So you could get a nice monochrome look with this. And it blends really easily. So there is the eye. Okay, so they also said you can use this one to build in some dimension. Just on the outer third or so. Really soft. I also went more soft on the eyebrows today. I did not use the Wonder Brow. I don't know how it's gonna look on camera. Sometimes the lights will go all the way through the pencil, if that makes sense. So you will be able to see my skin sometimes through it. So we'll see. It looks okay in person. It's just more even when I use the Wonder Brow. Okay, and then let's go underneath as well. I'm gonna take the same contour shade and just take it under. I'm going to take this Chanel, this new one, this Contour Clair, this eyeshadow liner Kohl in 12. It's a taupey shade, right in the waterline. Just cancels out any redness. Okay, now I'm going to take the highlighter and we're going to apply this to the inner corners of the eye. Now this does have more of like a lavender kind of hue on me. So I think this is really beautiful for probably more cool skin tones. I would love a warmer version of this though. So you can apply it there. I think I want to apply it just on the lid, just a little bit. Right? Because I feel like that sheen makes it look really natural. Let that set for a little bit. Let's go ahead and apply this highlighter. So let's go directly on and see what that's like. And tap it in. Again, I think this highlighter is really suited well for cool skin tones. It's a bit like that unicorn glow on me though. Nothing sparkly in there or glittery, but just the tone of it is cooler for sure. Okay, now, I don't know. They said you could use this on lips. I've tried it. It just, I think it's too light. So let's just tap it on. We'll see. It feels a little dry for a lip product. And it doesn't like, it's not very smooth going on, but I can put a gloss on and see how that goes. Yeah, for me, this doesn't really work as a lip color, but let me see what I can do. I'm gonna take this NARS, it's a lip oil, the one in Reef. Yeah, let me know if that works for you as a lip product. They said you could use it as that. It just, I don't know. I have so many other lip products that look so much better. It works well when there's something emollient though. It just was dry and kind of sitting on the lips. It wasn't meshing or anything like that. I'm gonna go ahead and add a light coat of mascara. This is the Ilia. So again, mascara, and then I tight lined with Black Coffee by Pat McGrath. I cannot find my Earth eyeliner by CHANTECAILLE, otherwise I would have used that, but this worked well. If you're new to Westman Atelier like me, it says they are a clean beauty company. No parabens, no sulfates, no mineral oil, no phthalates, no silicones, no animal testing. Let's talk about the product, starting with the contour stick. This is in the shade Biscuit, which is a cool beige coffee, but I'm looking on their site. They now have one Truffle, which is a rich mocha, which I think maybe would have been better for me because I can barely see it, but it's still has an effect. It's just really subtle. So it looks like the tone is a little bit different as well on Truffle. So I would be curious about that one, but this is new, so I'm just gonna use this. It did work nicely to carve out kind of a shape there, a very subtle shape, very natural. I don't know if that's something I would really pull for. I do enjoy bronzer more than contour, so we'll see how much I pull for that. Now this blush shade is really pretty, and if you have trouble like I do typically with lifting of concealer or foundation, especially in the front here, this one did that when I went directly on and I moved it. So when I did that the first time, I put the blush on and I swiped it, and I swiped all of my makeup, not all of, but most of my makeup was swiped off. So when I went in with a brush and stippled, it worked so much better, and I think it actually applies better with a blush for me versus something like my hands or going directly on, because there was too much movement with a direct application. I think this is probably my favorite product I picked up. It was nice on the eyes. I feel like I don't know if I would use this as an eye look, maybe. It's a really very soft kind of eye look. So if you're a very minimal makeup person, you might like that. I liked the texture when it dried down, just set nicely. Now, when I went in with the other product, this one, the highlighter, that's when I started to see a little bit more creasing in there. I think it's a bit too dewy for that area. Back to the blush really quickly though, I forgot to read it. Cheeks, lips, and lids. So yes, cheeks, lids, yes. Lips, no, that didn't work on me. I feel like it was a bit of a stretch to use it as a lip product. Maybe it was a shade, but it just kind of sat there and wasn't even. But when I put that oil in, it actually did a really nice job. So that's something you can do if you want to use it as a lip product, but maybe not the best way for me to use that one. So I will not be using it as a lip color. I will be using as a cheek color and maybe eye in a pinch, I think. But I have so many beautiful eye products, I probably would use something else, but definitely a really natural flush of color, really pretty cheek. Then let's talk about this Lit Up, and I got makeup on it already, the Lit Up highlight stick. It's a silky translucent gel highlighter that imparts skin with facial fresh, radiant clarity and encourages collagen production. So that is interesting in terms of like a skincare benefit. The iridescent undertone enhances natural skin that flatters all complexions. I don't know if I agree with that. I think that on the cheek, yeah, I mean, I prefer something warmer. So maybe that's why I don't know if it really works with my skin tone. The inner corner, I like that idea because I think that's a really natural effect, but I think because of the shade, it kind of sticks out as not looking natural. An easy way to perk up dull skin. So I do like the idea of this. I just, in terms of a shade on me, would prefer, I think I've said it about 10 times, I'd prefer a warmer shade. Also, this reminded me of this palette quite a bit. So I'm going to show you side by side right now what they look like swatched, so you can make a determination if it's different or similar to something you might already have. So let's go ahead and take a look. As you can see, they do look really similar, but let's go ahead and swatch. So again, we've got the Westman Atelier on top and then the Hourglass on the bottom. So the Westman Atelier is just a bit cooler. So if you look at the bronzer, it's cooler than the Hourglass. The Hourglass is on the bottom. If you look at the blush, Westman Atelier has more cool tones than the blush for Hourglass, which is a little bit more warm. Then if you look at the highlighter, you can see it's more translucent, the Westman Atelier versus the Hourglass, which is a little bit warmer as well. And that's it. Really quick video today, really natural look. Let me know if there's anything else I should try from Westman Atelier. I was looking at some of their other products. I think the only thing I'm really interested in is the foundation. Yeah, I think that's it. But now, of course, I want to try the new contour stick as well. But that is it for today's video. So please take care of each other. Stay well. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you next time.